Well, it's May in Indiana, which means it's time to wash some cars that have been hidden away all winter. And boy, just you can see how much it shows up here on the video, how much dust, and gook, and stuff accumulates. And there's just no way to wash it unless you want to take it out. And you can see that right there. Run it through a car wash, which you don't want to do. I did take it out once or twice. A month maybe. You can see how dirty my tires got. Yuck. This is why you just can't drive in the winter up north. So let's do a wash. And when I'm washing a classic car, I always start off with the wheels and tires. The main reason for being that is that you want to start off dry. That's because, for anybody who knows, the absolute best thing to clean tires with is Wesley's Blush White. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that actually goes on dry. So it just makes sense to do it as the first thing. Then typically I do wheel cleaner for the inner part of the Magnum 500s, and then finish up with some protectant. Some people like this wet look stuff. I'm not super high on it, but the Magwires is decent as far as they go. A lot of times I'll just use some kind of beta, some kind of rubber vinyl protectant, which I'll also put that on like the spoiler in the back or anything. But yeah, we just do our old Blush White and just get that on generously on the rubber portion, and really let that sit for a good minute or so. So typically I will go to the next car, put it on there and that, but for our purposes here, we can just sit here and wait a bit. Then I get a bucket of clear, no soap, just clear cold water, a good sponge, yeah, but I'm one of these guys, I'll tend to use my sponges for like 20 years. I think I just bought another batch here within the last year. So you see how that's looking now? I think we're at about a minute, and just everything comes off really well. I know there's some people out there that they don't like the raised white letter look. I don't know. I think it's hot as hell. It's what I've always had. And believe it or not, I'm almost embarrassed to say how old these tires are, because people say you're supposed to replace them every 5 years. Well, if I only put about 1,000 or miles to 1 or 2,000 miles a year on your car, tend not to really need to do that. So I don't think I've replaced these tires since I've lived in Indiana, and I've lived in Indiana for 19 years now. I could be wrong about that. There might have been something where I replaced some of them, but yeah, I think these are 20-year-old tires, maybe even a little bit more. But you can see how much nicer that looks. And now that we do have the internal part of the wheel, that we do wet. All right, then we go ahead and spray on our wheel cleaner. This stuff is much less. I think you only leave it on there for about 15 seconds or so. For this, usually you use a device like this so you can really kind of get in here into the nooks and crannies. And these wheels are, gosh, also, these are about 25 years old, these wheels. And believe it or not, they've held up really well. The only problems I really had with them was early on I had to park this car outdoors but covered. So I was having an issue with critters, particularly local stray cats when I lived in the country, coming and like to pee on my tires. And I got some fairly bad, get like some pitting and spots on it from cat pee. Boy, that wasn't fun. This is actually one of the better ones, but you can probably see like right in here some of that stuff. Got a little pitting from back in the day, but anyway, let's go ahead and do the rest of these. All right, here's what that nice clean water looks like after cleaning 4 wheels. But as you can see, we're looking a lot shinier. All right, let's get to it. All right, while the boys are working on the mom's car, we're going to work on some of these vinyl and rubber pieces here. Oh, you got it. There we go. Boys are helping out doing mom's car while I finish up the detailing on the Mustang. Young workers.